teaching experience as well as, and I am heading my institute here, which is known as the Perspective Policy Research Institute, and we are doing so much work in different areas of the, especially women empowerment in education sector and in policy studies. We are already doing this all under the forum of the PIPRI. So I'm just waiting that what will be our contribution in this project. Yeah, I'm thinking that we can handle a lot of things because we already have a specialized forum for especially for education sector uh, and the other sectors where you want to where you want to increase the capabilities or capacities of the students here in Pakistan. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And I move to the Professor Dr. Amanullah Yassin. Please, over to you for the introduction part. We just started, and Dr. Ali is going to join us in a minute.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning for UK participants and good afternoon for Pakistani participants, because now there are time differences between Pakistan and UK. I hope you are all doing well. I am Dr. Amanullah Yassin from Islamabad. Really exciting to be here today and to have the opportunity to collaborate with all of you on this impactful project. First of all, congratulations to everyone involved in the successful award of this project. And big thanks to Dr. Priti Patel and Dr. Bilal for leading this initiative, and for managing the grant process so effectively. It is a pleasure to work with such a capable team. From Bahria University side, we are really looking forward to contribute to the project. Now, I would like to introduce myself, Amanullah Yassin. I did master in data science in 2009 from France, and then PhD in 2013 from same institute, University of Nantes, France. And after that, I joined Pakistan Case Institute in Islamabad, and then Air University. I served as a chair department of creative technologies, where we introduced about 12 new programs, undergrad and grad levels. And recently I joined the Bahria University as a full professor, and here we are going to launch MS in Artificial Intelligence, PhD in Artificial Intelligence, and some other programs at Bahria Universities as well. Thank you, Dr. Bilal, for providing this opportunity. I am really thankful to Dr. Priti as well for providing this opportunity. I hope we can bring some new things and some collaborative effort. We can bring some change in our society and bring some new hope. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. We have just had an update from Dr. Rani that she's on the way back to home. Maybe shortly she's going to join. She has knowledge she got late due to some maybe road congestion. So I think you have the agenda, and we can start with that, and then we can explain that how this project is going to work. Of course, it's all about building the partnership between the two countries, and of course the people from those two countries. Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. So yeah, I thought it might be useful just to give a very brief introduction. I think we have shared now all the documents that we have so far related to the project, in particular the application, the original application form that was made to the British Council. I think everyone has access to that. And so in terms of
your screen is not moving. Yeah, that's not so.
Yeah, okay. So yes, our agenda for today's kickoff meeting then, we've done the introductions. I want to really think about, as we move through the project, what this particular project committee is going to look like. I think we are the core participants of this, the core members of this committee, but I think from time to time we may need to invite one or two other colleagues. So in particular, I think the British Council themselves will require some overview of the work that we're doing. They certainly want notification of all the activities and events that we're planning for. Of course, they will be interested in the bi-directional visits that we've got planned this year. And one or two of the other colleagues that I'm thinking that at some point as a committee we might like to invite are the British Council. There are two of them, are British Council representatives who work locally in Pakistan. And colleagues, you may or may not be aware of them. So I think it would be useful for them to be sort of part of our activities, and it's really our job to keep them informed. And in fact, I think we will benefit from engaging with them. So in terms of the membership and the roles, we can define them a little bit further as we go along. I think today is all about just really dipping in to the various documents and resources that we have so far, because then it's going to be a question about building on those, particularly the website. So we do want to have an initial quick look at it, because again, that's going to be a central resource that no one party is going to contribute content to. That's going to be, again, a very much project team effort where people are helping to build the content there, because after all, we need some evidence at the end of the 12-month period. We want to be armed with resources that we can exhibit, display, describe how our project came about and what its outcomes were. So the project website is going to be a key vehicle for us to kind of showcase our work. And it's also a very good repository for us. It's a shared site. And so I think it has lots of benefits. So I think it would be great if we can have a quick dip in and have a look at that today. We also want to consider our timeline. Dr. Bilal and myself have come up with a very early calendar of the main activities, but of course that's absolutely open for discussion. Okay, we put something together just as for the purpose of getting the conversation started. Okay. And then I thought it might be useful, if there's time, to, again, just have a quick look at the financials. Again, I think that's been shared with everybody, but just so that we understand the total funds that we have and our plan for how we're going to spend those funds. And then I think, one of the nicer things that we will be able to discuss today is, again, just some preliminary thoughts about our visits and how we're going to arrange them, perhaps even tentatively think about the month in which they might occur, just some sort of very, very early planning. And then, of course, we want to set our timeline, in terms of how often we all meet and for what purpose. Okay, so I thought, again, just from a kind of an introductory point of view, while we're waiting for Dr. Rani to join us, just kind of reiterate our three main pillars. So these are, each of them are something that all of us have an interest in, with something we're going to be proud of contributing to. And in fact, I think these three pillars were the reason for our success in getting the funding. Okay, these three, I think, seem to be, and rightly so, where we can be most effective. So our co-authorship objective here is to increase the quantity and quality of the co-authored research. In the British Council
the report,
that report, I mean, they actually requested it, so it's in a sense it's very neutral. It's not one party or one country commissioning that work. So some research had been done a couple of years ago, and the report that we accessed clearly indicated that in most areas of Pakistan, this co-authorship was not as good as in other parts of the world. Okay, so this is something that, of course, we can really try to do something about. And the good thing about this particular pillar is that it's going to be possible for us to have some quick outputs, quick outcomes. Certainly within the 12-month time frame, I think we are going to be able to show that we've made some improvements here. And again, I feel like that pillar is maybe for us personally something that we might benefit from. We are researchers, or at least we're working in amongst teams of researchers. Okay, we may have our own PhD students, we may be working with colleagues on other research projects. And if any of us are already authoring, then I think, this could be one of the pillars where there's some sort of personal benefit. Okay. And then, of course, our second pillar is the remote PhD, immensely important for those students and faculty members who want to pursue a PhD, but, perhaps don't have the resources for it, perhaps don't have the capability, that there are constraints, maybe some hurdles about relocating and being able to do a PhD elsewhere outside of the home country. And so this idea of remote PhD is not just particular to Pakistan students and faculty. Remote PhDs are something that can work. In fact, I've successfully over the past years completed 2. One of the students happened to reside in Central Africa. And so I've seen firsthand what a wonderful experience it can be. So certainly we're happy to be able to promote and kind of set down some fundamental infrastructure that allows a kind of a seamless opportunity for conducting PhDs, which of course is a long journey, but where supervisors and other researchers are experienced, I think it can be a very good alternative to relocating with all those associated costs, to relocating, for example, to UK for 3 or 4 year period, which is, let's face it, it's not within everyone's sphere of opportunity. It's not going to be possible for just anyone. So our main vehicle for this PhD at the moment, we envisage it to be some kind of a portal, perhaps, that we're able to build. It's going to require some kind of, I know Dr. Bilal's got some really nice ideas about how we're actually going to mobilize this particular pillar. But again, it's going to require a lot of ideas, a lot of collaborative kind of work to be able to get us there. That pillar, the remote PhD pillar, is perhaps the one that we have to almost start a little bit from scratch, if you see what I mean. The other 2 pillars, we all have a little bit of expertise in. We can see how immediately we can begin to do some activities around. But this middle pillar, the remote PhD, is perhaps, we have a very good understanding of it and some experience of it. But perhaps in terms of this project, it's something that we're going to have to start a little bit from scratch, okay? And then, of course, our third pillar is the women's empowerment. I think this particular strand probably was something that really attracted the funder. And so here we're just thinking about trying to find ways, small ways, of advancing the actual engagement levels. We're thinking about women's professional development, particularly the women researchers, and how they can maybe fast track in some way, or in some way intensify their research capacity, because for whatever reason, up until now, they might have come across some hurdles, which they, as lone researchers perhaps, may not have been able to overcome. So it's kind of like, and that, of course, that pillar is probably going to be sustained by mentorship programs, academic leadership workshops, and things like that. So in terms of our 3 pillars, then, they are all of them so equally important. And I think we as a team did something great in identifying these three particular pillars because, of course, the funder has seen the importance of all three, and that's why they've agreed to give us the funds. So colleagues, if you don't mind, I'll just go on for a little bit more, and then just kind of, again, just while we're waiting for Dr. Rani. So these activities then, there's 10, 11 of them, actually appear on our original application. I put it up here now just so that we're all, again, refresh ourselves about what it is that the kind of broad activity labels that we have said we're going to be doing, okay? So none of this is a surprise. These activities then just come from our three pillars that we've just looked at. So, there's a longer term kind of activity which is going to last the whole year. And this is all about us trying to establish our networks, which again, because we now have access to some very different universities and an institution, a research institution, these kind of networks, I think, are going to be possible. We've actually indicated the kind of measure of success here. So the onus, the pressure, if you like, is a little bit on us now to come up and meet and be successful, kind of have a way of measuring that particular indicator, which is all achievable. It's again, it's all a combined team effort with the onus colleagues on a lot of the work being done in and around the Pakistani institutions. There's a whole host of workshops, supporting grant writing, thinking about how colleagues are going to be mobilized to publish in journals and at conferences. There's that sort of portal activity for the remote PhD that we're going to want to do, and then just really campaigning and thinking about how we can divert interest into that portal, and then for that third women's pillar, the mentorship programs, the leadership programs, and then a whole host of networking events on gender and gender constraints and how equity can be improved. And then the other main activities are exchange visits, and then at the end of the day, really, we want to be aiming to deliver a very comprehensive report, and we can certainly do that. So that there's a lot going on. I think there's quite a lot because we have the three pillars, and then we have at least 2 or 3 activities coming out of each of our 3 pillars, which immediately leads to about 10 large activities. Okay, and then of course within each of these there are going to be the actual activities that we have identified in the calendar. So this was just by way of an introduction, just for us to, again, as a team, kind of familiarize with ourselves with what we believe the 12 months is going to look like and how we're going to achieve everything that we said we're going to. So I thought, Bilal, shall we go? Oh, hello, Dr. Rani. Welcome.
You're muted.
Good afternoon.
We already did our introductions, so we won't do that again, but please, it would be lovely if you could introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Malika Rani, Associate Professor and Chairperson, Department of Physics, and additionally working as a Director, Quality Enhancement Cell as well. And I have also worked as a Director, ORIC, Chairperson, Hall Council, and Hostel Warden. And I have secured 5 research projects and published 63 research papers during my last 6 to 7 years. So in 2023, we published 23 research publications, and all the publications were from my PhD and MPhil students' research thesis. So, and I have also established a research laboratory and organized 10 international conferences and many workshops and symposiums as a chief organizer. And I am editor-in-chief of a journal of Nanoscope as well, which is recognized by the Higher Education Commission of Pakistan 3 times, and in Y category. And I have also good news is that I have also selected as a participant for a leadership workshop going to be organized in America, and it is fully financed by the USA.
Very good. Happy to meet you.
Thank you.
So I don't know whether you were able to, because we were just going through our original application. I wonder if you've had a chance to look at that, but we were just picking off the main themes from there as a kind of an introduction to our meeting today. And so we were just discussing some of the activities that we've already signed up to say that this is what this project is going to be doing. So I think you must by now be familiar with the kind of the potential of this project. I think we can move on to Bilal. Do you think it might be nice if you could walk us through the website, because that is going to be a very good central tool for us?
Yes. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Actually, as part of this project, we decided that the funder is actually mainly looking for the capacity building between the two countries, the people from the two countries. And they want that how we can, reduce this gap better, because the data shared over the years that Pakistan, the people from Pakistan originally, the researchers, the academics, they are collaborating more with other countries. So why not UK? Because Pakistan is one of the key partners in the Commonwealth. So, and British Council is directly targeting the Commonwealth countries. They are doing a lot of projects. So they want to reduce this gap. So for this purpose, they always want to fund the projects for the capacity building, actually. And this project is, of course, the one of those. And we decided that we should start with this with an introductory website. So although it's not the completed version, but we have started this already. So the main thing is this is some of the content we have already built and some we are organizing. This is the homepage. And what we want to do, we have put all the things related to our project, its objectives, sustainable measures according to the United Nations goals, intellectual property. If there's something, of course, like the remote PhD portal we are going to develop, and the research channels we are going to develop. So long-term research channels. So they are going to be the part of this. Any kind of environmental impact, and of course, gender and equity. This is one of the key pillars in all the British Council fundings. So we are going to incorporate that in fully, and any risk associated. So this is all about the project. We have put all this information together on this website. Anyone, you can refer to them. And of course, this is going to be updated on the regular basis. We have the specialized expertise, and of course, we are going to do this. Regarding the other aspect of this, this is actually the point of contact, because the data, it is going to be generated as a log on this website. It's a portal for our project. It's a home for our project. And later on, we are going to use this again for the extended funding in August and September. So all the activities, all the partners in Pakistan, whatever they do, so pre-activity information and the post-activity information we suggest. Of course, we have the research associate role, and we have the commercial partners, with us in the form of PPP. So whatever you do, you record that, and we will publish that on the regular basis, because we have to submit this as a white paper, as Professor Preeti mentioned at the end. So any kind of scientific publication, yes, why we put that? One of the key pillar in our project is co-authored publication. We will try to track all the publication, not only within this team, co-authored within this team, but all the publications we facilitate the people to meet as part of our mentorship program, which is a key activity with a tangible outcome in our project. We want to keep track of that. So the publications, co-authored publication within the team and outside this team, without the facilitation of ourselves. So we are going to. And another thing is, of course, we are going to publish the newsletters. We mentioned that after every 3 months, we have a plan that after every 3 months, we will publish a newsletter which will cover all the meetings we have done, all the activities we have done, right? The list of activities I'm going to share in that end tentative plan. And finally, of course, the project deliverables. We have a plan that we will publish 2-3 reports on the project, what were the activities we have done, what were their objectives, and what is the success we have. And and we will try to match that with the success measures mentioned in the presentation by Professor Preeti. So that's what we are going to do. The third component in the website, of course, I mean, you can suggest something as part of the project. You want to make some changes. News and events, we have already started this activity, like the project kickoff meeting. We put this information here. People can go there. They can make some comment, and of course, we will share this information to the social media platform. So this is the central activity we are going to manage. And of course, the project post meeting briefings we are also going to put here. So we will publish, of course, some of the images from today's meeting. I'm going to take it, and on the project gallery part, and any press releases for the media or the British Council in particular. In all of our communication, you will see, like earlier sent by, we will keep the people from British Council Pakistan in the loop, because they are quite interesting to know what we are doing actually. So we will make, and of course, it's a way that we can easily go for multiple extensions over the years. This is something information about the partners and team we are building. We are collecting some data about all the partners, the up-to-date information. Basic information has been already put about the team and partners. This is what we will update over the time. This is the initial version. The last thing is, which is related to the activities and events. This is the tentative plan I and Professor Preeti prepared. It is exactly matching with the plan mentioned in the slide number 4 of the presentation. Professor Preeti mentioned that we have different activities. Each activity has success measures defined as part of the project. And under each activity, we have multiple events like workshops, trainings, seminars, and we are all doing these activities, and of course some of the research writing related to the project and mentorship programs, and we will try to match them with our outcomes. Okay, and what we are going to do is we are going to, of course, share with the details with other media. Now, as part of this project, we definitely want that you review this. Like you can see, we are in the first week. This is the week number 3 actually. We have our first meeting, and then research collaboration channel we want to put, and like we have one workshop on the research collaboration for training. So we have 3 such workshops. So we want that our university partners, they become the host of one of the activity, because the funders actually want that we as a London Met, we lead the project. The project needs to be executed in Pakistan, because it is about the capacity building in Pakistan, which is the key Commonwealth country for the British Council. So similarly, if I go, we have several training career progression workshop. You can take the responsibility that I will organize one of these workshops. We can provide you some speakers. You can bring some speakers, right? This is absolutely possible. We can advertise that activity. We will broadcast it live. One partner is organizing, other partners are joining online, and people across the Pakistan, even across the globe, they will be joining using our live streaming media, right? This is what we plan. So we expect that similarly that we have several sessions on women in leadership program. We plan to do those activities. Workshop on the gender equity. This is another activity workshop we can conduct. They can be maybe 1 hour, 2 hour long workshops, not more than that. So we need to arrange the speakers. We need to collect the, invite the audience. Okay, pre and post activity information spread. Similarly, we have the women mentoring session, right? We have 2-3 sessions for the women mentoring programs. So we expect that we ask some colleagues who has already some leadership role. They come forward, they train the colleagues on these activities. All these activities are maybe 1 hour, 2 hours long, not more than that, because we don't want to engage people for the whole day long. And once we organize this activity, of course, our commercial partner, Pipli, they have the opportunity. They will make all the announcements, all the media briefings, social media handling, all these things they are going to do, facilitate in this process. And post-activity briefing, post-activity survey collection, any kind of material related to the workshop, printing of that material, sharing of that material in the soft and hard form, that is going to be the responsibility of that commercial partner. They are going to spread all this information. So apart from this, the pillars, these events I'm discussing, they all come under the umbrella of the activities mentioned in the slide number 4 of the presentation. Similarly, we have a plan that we organize approximately 5 to 10 one-to-one sessions between different colleagues from Pakistan and here in the UK. that will be a direct relationship that you will identify 2-3 colleagues from your universities, and they will find the potential partners with the matching interest, the PhD faculty. They want to build the long-term collaboration. We will identify the people here based upon that, and we will set up one-to-one meetings then. Usually it is quite difficult. You write to the people in different countries, they are busy, so of course we will bridge this gap and we will try to do this activity. So these are some of the activities. And the last thing, of course, that is related to the visit on the both side, we have to think about two things. Number one, when the partners, all four partners from Pakistan, their key representatives present in this meeting, they want to visit the UK, because we have to, usually the summer is very good time, and you can plan that we want that you come here for at least 1 week and you stay here with us, meet many people, attend different activities. So that is one opportunity. Similarly, we have a plan as well that when we come to Pakistan, we visit all 3-4 institutions. We conduct some activities there, interact with the people. So these are the things we have to plan. So this plan, all these plans we are discussing, of course, these are tentative, but we tried all these plans to make under the budgetary constraints, number one, of course, and whatever we have, have a consent in the written form as part of the proposal from the British Council. Yes, all three partners and, the PIPRI, all three universities and the PIPRI, they will work together there. And, the role of PIPRI is, they mostly facilitate the process in all type of social media activity, web portals development, pre-event, information sharing, post-event feedback collecting, and all the research writing. You need support, any kind of that you have to generate some reports or something. So they will facilitate in this process. This is the original plan, of course, and on top of this, you can add anything. Yeah, the floor is yours. Thank you. Thank you very much. So that's all from my side. I think we can start one by one. Maybe Professor Amanullah, you can start. I mean, if you have any thoughts on this, then we can move around. Yeah.
Yes, yes, Dr. Bilal, thank you for explaining in very detail and very, mashallah, excellent manners. So I'm agree with this timeline, and it is very interesting. We can start, and we should start with this. I would like to know about what is the mechanism in UK universities if someone would like to enroll in remote PhDs. So that we should clear about this, because this is very important factor where a lot of I think a lot of people's maybe attract with this title remote PhD. Can you explain, Dr. Pretty or Dr. Bilal, what are the mechanism or policies involved in this process?
I think as the project evolves, we'd have to check the regulations. But I think, as I said, from my experience in the past, the application process is the same. So a potential applicant would have to prepare a research proposal. It would have to be aligned with the expertise and the wishes of a potential supervisor in the UK-based institution. And, the application process in itself would be, regardless of where you were going to be located when you begin that PhD journey. If it was wholly, I mean, there's a huge difference in fees, for example. That's the most stark difference. In terms of other differences, in terms of supervisory arrangements with the online capability, that's not an issue at all at the moment. I think there's some kind of stipulation that the student, once they are enrolled on the program, there's a stipulation that they have to come to the UK for a length of time annually, once a year. I don't know, I'd have to check again what the regulations are. They may have changed recently, but I do remember that, let's say, something like 2 weeks on a student visa to come to their home institution. So
Yes,
that,
I
that
think,
I
yes,
Yeah, I just want to add on.
it is, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
Dr.
please,
Bilal?
yes, sir. Yeah, please. Yeah, you please go ahead, please. Yeah, I will share. Yeah.
I think it is very interesting, especially when we talk about empowering the women. In Pakistan, there are a lot of females. Maybe they are interesting to enroll in the higher studies who cannot easily leave Pakistan to stay there for the long time. I think it is very interesting for the remote
Uh,
PhD. Yes, Dr. Bilal?
Yeah, I just want to add on top of this, all of you know that a large number of people are going to Malaysia for the remote PhD at the moment. And this has been mentioned in the British Council's report as well, that why not
Yes.
UK, of course, which has the high-ranked universities in the world at the moment. So for that purpose, already in the UK for the in-person PhD, there is a famous portal that is findaphd.com that does the matching. So what we have a plan and we have a budget for that purpose as well, that we will do two things in this. We will develop a remote PhD finding portal, like a findaphd.com, but it's going to be an AI-based portal. I usually like the idea you have shared with Professor Preeti sometimes. There was a very famous website from an American professor in Pakistan, zindabag.com. So that was quite controversial, but that idea was using the data science and AI, that you put your credentials there and it search crawl the internet and it find the relevant where you can go in the world. So that is a very interesting idea. So similar kind of portal, what we plan to do, first of all, we will do the marketing and we will develop in Pakistan that portal because we have a limited budget. So we will hire of course, the development facilities from some of the universities or our commercial partners. They will develop this application that is going to be an AI-based application, and that is going to be our intellectual property as well as part of this project and asset. That portal, actually, the plan is it will collect the data of the universities offering the remote PhD in Pakistan, in the UK, sorry. And the people from Pakistan who are very much interested in doing the remote PhD, it will match their profile with them and it would make the suggestions, and later on they can contact the supervisors, the universities. Of course, we will start developing this portal, but that is quite interesting idea. So I totally agree. This is what the original plan is. Yeah.
Yes, very interesting, very interesting.
Yeah.
In Pakistan, and in most of the universities, they are going to start their spring semester, hopefully in the next month, after a couple of weeks. And it is a good thing if we can start some awareness campaign through open seminars, and we can invite other participants from other universities like a Women University in Rawalpindi and Qaid-e-Azam University as well, and some other universities also. Secondly, we can establish research groups, which can further lead for the long-term relationship, collaboration, and for the research to enhance the research potential, I think. And it's all from my side. Inshallah, we can start
Yeah.
with this. Then we can add on further.
I agree to your thoughts here. We regarding the research collaboration, we already kept some budget that we will buy the channels like Slack. That is going to be not the free version, the long-term versions, and to manage these channels on continuous basis and to keep them active. That's the most important thing. So we will start different channels based upon the interest from different academics and researchers, and those channels will be managed by our central team, and people will be joining there, matching their interest, continuing in extending their research activity. Yeah, this is what.
Yes, excellent.
I would like to just stretch this discussion concerning the collaboration and co-authorship, actually, which is the main title of one of the three titles. And for co-authorship, as it is connecting or it is connected with the with the collaboration, So as far as we will secure the collaboration, we will have automatically the co-authorships, and the number of the co-authorship will drastically increase, So as far as I have experience with this domain, so actually we must focus on the mechanism which we should develop in order to establish those collaborations. I have collaborations in several countries, but unfortunately, I should say that I do not have any collaboration in United Kingdom so far with the United Kingdom research groups. So in the rest of the Europe, yes, I have, and the rest of the world and several places. So we must. The point is that we should create a mechanism, effective mechanism, and a platform where we can easily get involved in such collaborations and with several groups among the Pakistan and United Kingdom. So I have some suggestions. I mean, whenever the appropriate time will come, I will just contribute to those points, that how actually, I mean, based on my experience, that how we can collaborate effectively with the research groups. So
yes, please.
These are my comments.
Yes, on my screen, if you see we have an idea that we are going to conduct different research collaboration workshop. The original plan is that we invite some speakers who are not only the UK based, not only the Pakistan based. They must have an experience of writing the research papers in collaboration with Pakistani authors, and they have experience of writing the successful grants with the Pakistani authors. So it's very important. Similarly, one of the very interesting, very nice guy. I mean, Professor Preeti knows about him, and she's in her direct contact. Aninda, one of the person from Springer. So he actually deals with the authorship process, and he has very strong terms in many different, especially in the subcontinent. So he knows people, and he can bring the people on the single platform, right? And that they can produce some ideas related to the joint publications, and the proposal of the book chapters and the books. So we have some people in mind, but of course we always welcome any suggestion in this regard, that how we can make these workshops, these events more productive. That's why we kept it in March. We are not starting immediately. That we want to make them more and more useful.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, Dr. Vasik, you want to add something?
Yes, I want to add something. As you told me that our role in this, especially in this whole project, is as a facilitator to conduct these workshops and to support the USTs, because USTs are in different regions, and we have a team actually, and we already organizing the many, let's say, workshops and events, especially related to this kind of stuff. So we have the experience, we have the team, social media management, and how to inform and how to facilitate the people in this regard. But for this purpose, as in this tentative year plan, I can see that you already mentioned each of the partner, that the universities please select what activity they want to participate. For example, let's say in month of I think
March.
In month of March, the first activity is month of March. Let's say workshop 1 is related to the research collaboration with team building. So which university will accept this? Similarly, some training programs, training sessions. So I think this must be completed in time. That which activities will be done in which university, and who is taking the responsibility that okay, on this area we can we will manage this session. And thirdly, of course, the budgeting, we will be there to provide all facilities. And especially you mentioned that there are some speakers, and the universities must, all these partners must identify that who will be the speakers there, so we can invite them, we can collaborate for their time and for their travel or something like that. I will say that I just want to add that for us to manage all these activities, so it should be very well in time be defined that which activity is going to be happen in which institute.
Yes.
So,
Yes, I think that that's the right point. Maybe after as an action point of this meeting, we have something coming in March, not before that anything. So I mean we have three main activities. One of the workshop related to the research collaboration, approximately 2 hours. One of the training on the career progression, and one of the women in leadership session. So our partner universities, they can select one of the activity they want to conduct, and of course we will make all the arrangements related to this, and we can discuss on the speakers, preferably from the UK. Is it, Professor Preeti? What do you think? Preferably from the UK, because we want to strengthen the relationship. If you have some in mind, you can suggest us, right? So what I'm thinking that we will create a repository of the documents there. You can enter the details rather than be sending emails on top of each other and we lost in the emails. So we will create some spreadsheets, and you can access to that, and you can enter your suggestions there. So we have to plan something originally for the March. January is almost gone, and February we are doing something on the research portal development and these activities. But of course in March we have to do some practical stuff for that purpose. So what do you say regarding this proposal? Yeah. Before I move to Dr. Rani for her suggestion and thoughts. Dr. Rani, you want to add something, please? You are muted. Actually, Microsoft Teams, when you stay silent for some time, it's by the way, it's a good thing. Yeah.
Sorry for that, and I'm very happy to see all that, and I'm very much interested in women leadership trainings in my university. That would be a great step.
Okay, so you would like to organize this. Of course, we will provide you, of course, with our partners, the Zoom facilities. We will run all these sessions via Zoom. Of course, the speaker may or may not via online forum, and it's going to be live broadcast in other universities as well. So all the arrangements, of course, we will make in this part on behalf of the people will coordinate in this part. So any other suggestion you have in plan? I mean, you can review this, and later on we can make changes. Yes.
Yeah, I want to add that the speakers, especially the speakers, let's say I want to add that, for example, in Women University Multan, the session is live, let's say, and on other universities at the same time, the session will be online. So what about the arrangements? That I'm much concerned that the universities can manage this, because for all this activity in all universities at the same time, the time, the date, and the let's say Zoom, maybe we need some Zoom conferencing licensing, something like that.
Yes. We have Zoom conferencing, web conferencing license. The host institution, we will see their convenience, first of all. For the other partners, is going to be live broadcast, and we are going to record it as well for the later on. And we want to but the role of the PIPRI, your team will be in that part, that you will make all the advertisement about that event through the social media platforms. I mean, we don't want to restrict to just 3 universities. We have to extend this number later on for the extended call, because we are working on the capacity building project. So during the all the catering facilities, you will facilitate the home institution, the other institution in that activity, whatever it is really. And later on, any kind of leaflets or something related to that workshop, you have to send them. And later on, once the feedback collection, feedback analysis, and then our report building, that what we take out from this activity. These are some of the important things. Your role will be in that part. Of course, these licenses and these things, we are working on that part at the moment.
So I think the list is very lengthy. At least we have the activities March, April, and May, and so many years. So the partner, the other the members can see this again in future, and they can
Yes.
decide that which activity, and they can share on email or whatever you like, the way that which activity they are going to manage in their institute, and they inform us well in time, and we will manage the things for
Yeah,
their
tentative
advertisement,
dates.
their
Yeah.
invitation, their catering, their number of participants, something like, and whatever the requirements or needs are there.
Yeah. And of course, we have the project meeting every month. So for every single month, we can plan in advance. This is what we can do. We don't want that we collect thousands of participants, of course, dedicated partners, committed partners, ready to listen, ready to interact, and take out something. Even they are 20, 30, 40. 20 is a good number in that case, even because we will mostly target the staff members, and we will target the postgraduate students. And we don't want that, only this session is being live broadcasted in 3 universities. We will try that we can broadcast it in as much as universities we can. Of course, it's going to run via our live session. So it will increase our capacity, and it will include more people, and it will increase more reach. So this is something we can do. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's what I think. I think this. If anyone has any other suggestions, please. You're muted, Dr. Sharma. You're muted. Sorry, your voice is not clear.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So I can see I'm in the schedule. If you will bit, Dr. Bilal, I will request you to little bit scroll in the months when we have summer vacations. The summertime is a bit harsh here in Thal actually, because it will be a very much hot weather, and most of the physical activities are running very slow in summer.
Yeah.
So I would suggest that we must have less physical activities in these months, especially June, July, August, and because there will be a very less number of participants will be there, especially in my university. So I would suggest that we will arrange most of the events which are not physical, so we can adjust them here in these months in summer. Yeah.
I think what we can do is, this is the problem happening after 3 to 4 months. Still, we are in the end of January. So rather than planning in advance for the whole year, this is the tentative plan. In every month meeting, we can make the changes. We can move them, we can push them, we can bring them earlier. This is an opportunity we have. Always the beginning of the projects is difficult. Later on, it's going on. It's an ongoing activity. Yes, this is absolutely possible. So this is not a problem, and we can try out. Yeah, we can change it. Yeah, we can change.
Okay.
Should we have an early thought about the exchange visits? What month, for example, what time of the year that might happen? What is appropriate? What's suitable for colleagues?
Yeah.
You mean that these physical activities which I am talking about?
No,
the actual visit.
Okay. I think this time will be most appropriate time because we don't have much activities here in the university, and students are mostly on vacations. So for me, that will be most convenient time. I mean, with the months of these June, July, or August. In that time I can travel, I mean, easily. I think that the same situation will be here. Other my colleagues which are working here in Pakistan, they will have the similar things. I would ask from Dr. Wasik or Dr. Amanullah that what are their suggestions accordingly.
Yes, because we have to plan, I mean, activities for you as well. We don't want to keep you busy. We want you to enjoy London as well. So in the summer, during the summer, but of course, something to take out as well. So the summertime is usually very good in London. Yeah.
Actually, sorry, can I Dr. Bilal, can I express my view?
Yes, please, please.
Yeah. If we focus on the outcome of the visit, I think in Pakistan, mostly in the spring sessions, students who are in the final semester, they are seeking the admission for the international universities. Okay, because they are going to graduate in the month of June, and most of the students, they are seeking admission in the international universities. And here we saw in the previously, mostly universities, they visit us in the spring session to motivate the students, to guide the students for their future, so that they can decide for the admission and they can plan their higher education accordingly.
Yeah. I think under our scope, ideally, the bachelor's and master's admission, they do not come, but under our scope, the PhD admissions, especially the remote PhD and the research collaboration, these two things comes. So what we are thinking, I was discussing once with Professor Preeti, that we can arrange some meetings for you with some of the colleagues here. You can identify them, we can request them. I mean, to extend your collaboration, we can give you an opportunity to see one or two institutions, research institutions in the UK, right? And there you can meet the people, build your collaborations under the umbrella of this project. We have many different societies. We have many different wonderful colleagues. So this is what we can plan. So these are 2-3 outcomes we are thinking of regarding your visit. So of course, it's all about that, how much you extend your collaboration, how much more opportunities you see for your postgraduate students and for your staff at home, back at home.
Okay,
Because
excellent.
most of you are leading in the leading role. This is very good that most of you are in the leading role in your organizations.
Yes, thank you, yes.
So what do you think, July or August is a good time?
Yes, July and August is a good time for Pakistani participants, and for you peoples, we would like to invite you peoples, especially in the semester season, because as Dr. Sab told that most of the time during the summer sessions, most of the peoples, they are on the vacations, and during the semester we can easily invite well, different peoples, and we can organize different activities with your visit. Thank you.
Yes,
Dr.
I was
Bilal?
talking. Yeah, please. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a plan of visiting USA in last week of July and first week of August for 15 days.
So maybe you can come from there. It's a very short flight. And even you can, you know, there is a direct sea between the UK and US.
That's great.
You know, the Land's End. So, and maybe we can plan something in early August or maybe the mid of July. Mid of July is also a good option. Mid of July. What do you think, Preeti? They can come?
I think July is probably better because similarly to Pakistan, August is quite quiet. So the campuses, all the university campuses, including ours in North London, is going to be quite empty, certainly empty of students. So you don't quite get that kind of atmosphere. There's no vibrancy. If you wanted an audience with our students for whatever reason, that would be difficult for us to source our students. Colleagues as well in the UK, really, it's only August time that they can take their annual leave. They travel abroad. So I'm thinking July is probably better.
Yeah, I think the schools are going to be off on 20th of 18th of July. So I think first week of July can be a good option. First week of July.
Yes.
Because people usually leave the UK once the schools are off. So this is the time, and I think we can think of some time in July. That's going to be a good opportunity. Yeah.
Okay,
And
that's right.
yeah, first week of July. So all of you, please keep in mind that we will make the arrangements according to that. First week of July, hardly the second week of July. That could be a good option.
Is that possible for you, Dr. Rani? You're going to be traveling. You're going to be all over the globe. And then
what about What about your plan to visit Pakistan?
I don't want to take you, Priti, in very hot weather. She will kill me.
Yeah, not too
No,
hot.
no.
What is your
So
advice?
I think October or November is going to be a good option because at that time we have too many activities done already on the project, and we can go there, some concluding sessions and building new partnerships. We have something in hand at that time. I was thinking rather than going in the beginning, why not at the end? Sometime
Yeah,
maybe
that will be the good choice, I think.
weather is also good. So that's always a big factor. So I think we can think of that, maybe. And of course, I definitely want that Professor Preeti visit all the institutions, deliver some talks there, and on many interesting topics. Although it's going to be a quite busy trip, but of course, wonderful opportunity to interact and to get a lot of things both ends. Yeah, this is what we can plan. Yeah. So I think this is a good plan that we will start working on the remote portal development and the launch of the collaboration channels during next few weeks. And for the March, I will share the spreadsheet. You can see what activity you plan to take on. Let me make it. So all three partners and it's not necessary that we complete all three activities. We are just starting. If we are able to do at least two, that is a good number. So because we have a lot of flexibility in the plan. Usually March is very busy in Pakistan. Students are there, postgraduate students, staff members. So it's very good to engage more and more people. But whatever we do, I think we need to advertise it very well. We need to make the better arrangements, and we have to do some, the conferencing application, making it live, the licensing, all these issues, some marketing, leaflets, all these things. So I think in that part, PIPRI they play their role. They can start working with the partners once we have, confirmation that who is doing what, which university. Then we can start thinking about the speakers, how it's going to be organized, pre-event information, post-event information, all these things they can think of. And of course, we will be working on all these parts. Yes, that's the one thing. Yes, the most important thing, Priti, you forgot about that, how we have to transfer the funds to the partners. So we need their bank details. We have to send these to our university. They already got the funds, and we have to send all these details. So this is, please, as a follow up this meeting, I will send an email. You can share with us the details. Yeah, and I will create a central storage. Yeah, please.
Is there any specific module for the workshops, or we can decide it by ourselves?
No, it's very open. The main objective is, before you joined, Professor Preeti was sharing in the slides, we have a success measure mentioned against each activity. It must align with that. If as part of the proposal, whenever, let's say, if you choose women in leadership, so you have access to the proposal, you simply go there, you see what are the outcomes, what are the expected outcomes, how this activity must be organized, and what must be the output, what we should take out. So you can plan in this, you can share the details with our the partner PIPRI, and we will make all the arrangements, and we have some very small amount of as an honorarium to the speakers as well. We will definitely go with that, although it's very small, but it's going to be preferably the speakers from UK. But if they are of international repute, recognition, you can call them as well. They have experience of especially working with the UK, because one of the key agenda of this collaboration is to strengthen the partnership between UK and Pakistani academics. So the people who have some bondings in the UK, bondings in Pakistan, that is the most important thing. I mean, it's quite open. So they left us open in these parts. Yeah,
I simply want to add in this training module type. Yes, you said it will be open, but we as a PIPRI have experience to design the training modules, to define the training modules with objectives. We already have the experience. So if let's say Dr. Rani chooses that woman in leadership, and they want to prepare some training module about it, she just can simply tell us about the objectives if she has something in mind, or any other partner, if they want to prepare that training module,
Career progression,
we
yeah,
have
yeah.
already experience. So we can prepare the training modules for each session for these training workshops for you.
Yeah, just to add one thing as a suggestion, that do not try to take this activity over 2 hours, because and in 2 hours, 1 hour for the speaker and 1 hour for the engagement, including the break, maybe 20 minutes break. So 40 minutes for the, people don't want to listen for long time, and we want that we engage our faculty members in different universities, and we include our postgraduate students. Undergraduate students, they don't want to listen to these things, and that is not also the objective of the project as well. So maximum 2 hours, including the 20 minutes break, 40 minutes for the delivery, 1 hour for the group activity or any kind of activity the speaker wants to plan. But because the person who has to deliver the content, I mean, his consent is very important, his understanding of the content, objective clarity of the purpose, it's very important.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyone else, please, if you want to add something. And of course, we will maybe we will ask people to generate the meeting of minutes of the meeting for this session, and we will let me take the picture. I forgot. Sorry, it's the most important thing. So we would like to take the pictures. I need to take the screenshot. Everyone's smiling, please. Not yet. So take some pictures. Yes, and if you can share the slides again. If you can share the slides again, I want to take that as well. Let me stop sharing.
Sorry, just 1 moment.
Oh, yes, that's fine. Let me share the calendar. And can you give me the rights to share? I will share the calendar once more, and the website activity. Is the website shared?
Yes.
Okay. The last one. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's it. That's all. Yeah. So I think yeah.
Can I just one thing, just before we close? I think it's not really part of our conversation here. So excuse me, please, but I just wanted to mention that we're hosting, the London Met is hosting an international conference in June, the first week of June, and the call for papers is out right now. It's the frontiers of intelligent systems. So it's every type of application of AI. Is in scope for this particular conference. We ran it very successfully last summer, and we've been asked to host it again. And I mention it only now. I'll send, if you don't mind, I'll send you all details about it. But what I'm thinking is that perhaps we could use that as a very early opportunity to put in a couple of our own papers. You know, if we're aiming for co-authorship, we need at the end of the 12 months, and conference season and journal publications take a long time. So I just try to make you aware that we have very, very easy access to an international conference, and it's happening right now. And if we can get 1 or 2 co-authored papers, if you and colleagues are already working on something and it just needs tidying up, maybe it needs another another kind of slight collaboration with a UK-based colleague at London Met, and then we strike up very quickly some kind of co-authorship for a couple of papers. I can perhaps negotiate, so I can get them paid for, so no cost. Maybe we can take a tiny bit out of our project funds, and we could have a couple of co-authored publications during our project timescale. I think it might be quite nice. So I leave that to think about. I'll send the details of that conference and the call for papers.
Yeah, even it's a good opportunity if once you send the call, you can share in your institutions and in your circles. And anyone this is a great opportunity that if the paper is matching to someone of the interest at London Met, so they can take them on board, and it could also cover the the registration fee and something, and an extended collaboration. This is a great opportunity. Yeah, these are the small things we can do, and of course they are. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. And Dr. Bilal, can we collaborate in terms of patent as well? Co-authorship in patent?
Yes, it depends. I mean, what type of it is? Maybe I don't have any idea about this. Maybe Professor Preeti can comment better on this. I don't have any idea about this. No.
I didn't understand. What was it? Collaboration in what?
Patents, I think.
In registering patent registration.
Okay. Yes, I don't have a lot of experience of that, but I do know exactly who in our part of the university could help with that. Yes. I mean, that process is very tricky. But yeah, no, I can certainly introduce you to somebody who knows a lot about it. I don't. I'm sorry, myself, I don't.
Because this part of the world, the EU, this comes under the GDPR, and the intellectual property rights. It's a big challenging task here. I know it's a very difficult process as compared to the United States. I know they have quite easy process, but in the UK, because it's around 30 countries, the European Union, so they have many different constraints applied here. So people usually, even from here, they like to go and register their patents most of the time in the United States. So it's a one country, simple process. But here you have to take, like, similar to the Schengen visa, you have to take the consent from every single country. But of course, the exact process that people know, Professor Preeti is telling. Yeah. All right. So yeah, if you don't have anything, we took a long, maybe 20 minutes over. So we will try to keep next time the things in 60 minutes, maybe. So this was the first one. And yeah, thank you very much. So we will share the follow-up details as soon as possible.
Nice meeting, and thank you for providing this opportunity. And again, thank you. See you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, colleagues.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.